Hey everyone, we're back with another review. Today it's of the A&K Magpul Masada. For $280, it's definitely a great gun. I got mine used. It came to me pretty beat up. I thought it was just going to be a piece of crap, but it turned out to be a workhorse and is still going strong. I mean, I really haven't done any internal modifications, excluding the hop-up unit and barrel, but I'll go over that later. But yeah, this is a really great gun, especially being made by A&K, which is a Chinese company. I was just overly surprised by how good it was and how it's lasted me through these battles I've taken it to. But yeah, let's get on with the review. Alright, let's start off with the gun's stock because it's a very unique stock to airsoft guns. For one, it's adjustable, 7 positions. In previous versions of this gun, the stock was known to have some problems with it when you would adjust it all the way out or anywhere out. It would just be pushed right back in, really wouldn't lock. This has been fixed with the latest versions, so you don't have to worry about that. And it is a really nice stock, adjustable there. It also has an adjustable cheek for 2 positions. It's very stiff, so it's kind of hard to get into place. As you can also see, it has QD sling mounts in the back here, sling mount on the back of the stock. It also has a 1-point sling mount up here. Another nice thing about the gun is it has the folding stock capability. So it'll fold. It really won't lock into place, but mostly this is used for storage anyway. But yeah, it does fold, adjust everywhere. It's a very modular stock system and I like it. Alright, so the main body of this gun is one of my favorite features of the entire gun, just because of its quality. It's, like I said, this gun is just constructed very nicely. The lower receiver, as you can see, probably by the color, the lower receiver is indeed an ABS or nylon fiber, some type of plastic, but like I said, very nice. It doesn't scratch easily, it's really comfortable, it's got great texture on it, great quality. You got your fire selector here, which is ambidextrous, locks into place very nicely, safe, semi, full auto. You also have your magazine release, ambidextrous as well, same with the bolt release, which is just in front of the trigger guard. That'll release your bolt. On the upper part of the receiver, which is a CNC'd aluminum, I think, I'm not sure, correct me if I'm wrong, but it is some sort of metal, very nice quality as well. You have the painted on trademarks, caliber 1L by 50 Masada caliber multi, Magpul Military Industries Co. USA. These are painted on. For mine, it hasn't really begun to worn off, but on the other side they are starting to show some wear. You also have the Magpul sticker here, which surprisingly has stayed on. When I was watching reviews for this gun, people always left the sticker on just because it looked cool, and I was like, well, it's just gonna come off. Well, it's actually stayed on there, so kind of nice feature. You can also see the monolithic rail up here, back sight, and then you also see the 4 body pins, which is basically all you need to disassemble this gun, and I'll show you that later. Alright, here's the other side of the receiver. I shined the light on it just so you can see the trademarks on this side a little bit better. They are starting to wear off for me, but you can still clearly see them. On this side it has a serial number of some sorts, the Magpul logo, and then the PTS stamping. As you can also see, there's no selector switch on this side. I do have it, I just prefer it not there. When I first took the gun apart, it was just really loose and it felt like it was coming apart, so I just took it off, bothered. I didn't really want to lose it. You can also see the charging handle, the bolt, the mag well has some grip on it. But yeah, everything else is the same. It's got the magazine release, bolt catch, nothing real different on this side. Alright, so moving on to the front end of your A&K Masada. The upper receiver continues along. It's all the same CNC aluminum or whichever it's made out of. You also see the monolithic rail goes all the way to the flip-up front sight. All you have to do is push in that button and it should flip up. Locks into place. There's a little bit of play in it, but it's not really a big deal. It is adjustable for elevation only. The handguard down here is a 1-piece nylon fiber, same as the lower receiver in the stock. It's not cheap at all, it's very strong. This is also where your battery compartment is. To get to your battery compartment, just remove this body pin right here. And the handguard will slide off, feeling your battery compartment. You can also see this gun does have a fuse, so in case you do have a shortage, it'll save your gun and just blow up the fuse. Now your gun's originally going to come wired with my connectors. I have rewired mine to Dean's, as you can see. This gun's battery space is actually kind of nice, I found. You can fit 9.6 volt brick, 9.6 volt nunchuck, so lipos. I mean, you can fit basically any type of battery you need in this gun. As for 10.8 volt, no. 8.4s, yeah, but the battery space is very nice, very snug fitting. There's not a lot of movement when the battery's in there. It's very nice. The gun also has the quick disconnect barrel feature, which basically you just twist this little silver unit back here to the left. The barrel comes out, that'll have your barrel system, inner barrel system, and hop-up unit. I'll show you that later on in the video. The gun also has threads, 14mm negative. It'll originally come with an orange bird cage. I replaced mine with the more aggressive Magpul one. I thought it looked cool. Alright guys, so let me show you the basic disassembly of the A&K Masada. It's pretty simple. It's all, you know, a great design and very easy to work on internally and stuff. First thing you want to do is take your battery out and your handguard out and make sure your gun is not plugged in so it can't shoot. Set those aside. You also want to disconnect the fuse and the wire or connector assembly. Basically, you just have to pull them out, open up the fuse, pull that out. It's not a quick disconnect, so it'll just come right off. After this, you'll want to remove your barrel assembly. Now, this is pretty easily done. First thing you'll want to do on your barrel assembly, you have this small black piece right here. You want to push that all the way in and compress it towards the gun like so. Now usually your gun's going to have a handle connected to these holes on either side, and it's going to come out, and you'll be able to use that to pull down and twist. But for me, mine's ghetto, lost it, so I have to just hammer it down. What I'll do now, now once you have it, that piece completely turned, you can twist it, and it should come right off. And once it's out of this little holding, that's when your barrel is free. So all you'll have to do is basically pull and remove your barrel. This is, you know, basically your hop-up unit, inner barrel, outer barrel, and everything. If you want to disassemble this further to take out your hop-up, again, very simple. You have two small Phillips heads, one right there and one on the opposite side. You'll just unscrew those. Hop-up and unit will come out. Be careful though, because there's a spring, so it is on spring tension. But yeah, there's your barrel assembly. Next steps are also pretty simple. You'll want to remove the upper back body pin and then the forward body pin. Punch those out. They shouldn't be too hard to remove. Now once you've done that, basically it's just pull away the upper receiver. Make sure you don't snag the wires. There's the upper receiver. The fake bolt. If you do want to remove this fake bolt, which sometimes you might have to do if you want to change the charging handle from the left to right side. If you do want to do that, this silver piece right here is a flathead screw. And you'll want to unscrew that all the way. Might take a while because it is quite a long screw. Unscrew that and then pull it out. Don't worry about if things get all messed up. It's really easy to put back together. Pull the spring out and then pull back your charging handle all the way to the rear. And there's your handle, and then you have the pieces of the actual bolt. My bolt's a little messed up, but yours shouldn't be. You can pull out this tan metal piece, And then the bolt, as you can see in the review, I talked about the bolt a little bit. It's not the best quality. As you can see, mine's a little bit bent. And it's definitely not going to be going back to normal anytime soon. But yeah, that's the actual bolt. Take that out. And then if you want to reinstall it on the other side, just take your charging handle again, insert it from the back, slide it forward so you don't have to worry about it falling out. And then before you do anything else, you're going to want to make sure that that little groove on the actual handle of the bolt is right in the center. From there, you want to take your actual bolt, set it onto the handle, and then take your tan piece and look inside the tan piece, and if you look on one side there's a little bit of a notched out area. You want to make sure that notched out area faces the rear. Set that right behind the bolt handle, so it's all one unit. Push it all the way forward when you're ready. What I like to do is take the silver screw, insert it to the back, and just kind of let it rest there. Then take your spring, put it over the rod, and then insert the other end into the tan piece. The tan piece is basically the other end of the system that holds the bolt in place. Now once you have everything somewhat together, just basically push the silver rod through the spring, and once you get it, all you have to do is re-screw in the silver rod, and you basically switched the bolt. Now for the lower receiver, if you do want to take the stock off, say if it breaks, punch out that back body pin. The back body pin is a little bit tighter. And then from this stage, fold your stock. You have a little Allen head in there. You'll want to unscrew that. So unscrew that, take it out, and then your stock will slide off upward. And then from there, it basically breaks down kind of like an M4. You got to remove your motor, remove the mag release, selector switch. You're gonna have to mess with a little bit since it is ambidextrous. But yeah, that's the basic breakdown for the A&K Masada. So you're probably thinking to yourself, should I buy this gun? Well, if you're in the market for a $280 gun, I would say yes, because out of every other Airsoft AEG that I've bought, this one by far is the most affordable, most unique looking, and has the most features for a $280 Chinese-made gun. It also has very nice internals, performs great, and it gives a different look. I mean, you really don't see a gun like this on the field every day. You know, everyone usually has an M4, especially you don't see a tan gun every day. They're starting to be more popularized. But the gun's completely ambidextrous, so a lefty can use it. It's got a completely adjustable stock. It can house basically any kind of battery you want. It's got a full-length rail, uses standard mags. I mean, it's just almost, in my opinion, a perfect gun for anyone who likes to customize their guns. It just works. Definitely a good gun. You know, I'd give it 8.5 out of 10 if there's a rating for airsoft guns. If you guys like this video review, please subscribe to my channel. We are kind of new, we don't really have that many subscribers, so if you do enjoy this review, please subscribe, it'll help me out. Also click the like button, and stay tuned to our channel for more reviews and gameplay.